guys all doing today? Go ahead and comment down below to let me know. And Payo, say hi, Payo. Payo. As soon as I said hello, he like came running. He like walked away from me for a second because this is my second try doing this intro. But anyways, guys, as you guys can see from the title, and it is a true ghost story. It's a little nerve-wracking. In my opinion, my dad's house is very, very haunted. And I mean, he still lives there, and I lived there my whole life. And we've had a couple accounts, but not to the extreme where it's like, okay, we really have to go. But I'll start off with like a smaller story, and then we'll go into a full-on big story. So I lived at my dad's house part-time for all of my life, and then like about 10 years ago my parents got back together and we just lived there for the rest of the time. And I no longer live with him. Of course, I am married. I do have my own place now. So now I'm more comfortable about talking about these things. So I guess I can start off with like my most like my very first encounter. So my very first encounter at his place was actually it was weird. I think it was like a Monday holiday the next like I always had to go home Sunday night, but for some reason I stayed there. I believe it's because like Monday was a holiday and like he just wanted to have an extra day with me. So it was a two-bedroom apartment, and my grandfather was living with him at the time, and so my grandfather of course had the second bedroom, and me and my dad shared the one bedroom. We shared the master bedroom, and he has work on Sundays, and he had to go, like, he doesn't get home until like midnight probably, and I was trying so hard to like stay awake for him and all that stuff. And even when I was younger, no, not even younger, but even to this day, I am still frightened of the fear. Like, my biggest fear is like being robbed. Like, I don't understand, or like having like a house intruder. That's better versus being robbed. Like, I mean, we all get robbed and stuff like that, so in our time. But my biggest fear, like ever since I was little, was like having a house intruder. And so that definitely got fed off of that, I feel like, because my grandfather was already in bed. It was like past 10 o'clock, and I would lock the door. And my dad should be coming home like literally any minute. So like I was like up and I was like listening for him and stuff like that. So my dad works in a warehouse, so his boots are very heavy. So you can definitely hear it. Apollo. Nasty. Gross. You're gonna stay right here with me. So you can definitely hear him come up the stairs. And he has a garage, and there's 3 stories, so it goes garage, and then the living room area, and then bedrooms. So I hear the garage open, but the thing is, my dad plays very loud music, and another thing is, like, I mean, I guess if you're super listening, you can really hear it, but for some reason I was able to hear it. But my dad always plays super loud music, so it was kind of like already a suspicion from there. And then I hear the garage door slam. Like, okay, like our garage door closes and stuff like that, but like there's a door, because you have to go upstairs, and then there's a door into like the living room, and that door is very heavy, so you can hear that slam. And I hear it slam, and I'm like, oh my goodness, daddy's home, like, you know. And I hear heavy boots coming up those stairs, and I'm getting so excited, but I'm not going to open the door because I didn't hear the music. And so I'm nervous, you know, and I'm like panicking. I'm like, oh my goodness, like I didn't hear his music. maybe, like, I am literally probably 7 or 8 at this time, so, like, I hate to toot my own horn, but, like, I'm pretty, like, I was pretty intelligent at that point. I'm very aware of stuff. And, I hear the boots come up the stairs, walking towards our room, and then our door handle jiggles. And, I see the actual handle jiggling. And, then I was like, okay, Dad is home, like, that is Dad. And I unlock the door, and I open it, and no one was there. No one. And I start to panic. I go into my grandfather's room, and I'm like, oh my gosh, someone's in the house. Like, I'm like, I don't know, like, they try to come into my room, and he's just like, you know, you're crazy. You're crazy, you know? So then my dad, like, I stayed with my grandfather until my dad did get home, and then, like, I went back into the room, and never thought anything of it. And I told my dad about it, and my dad was a skeptic at this point. He was always a skeptic until, like, later on in the years. And now when I tell him that story, of course, he believes it was a ghost. Or as Mikey from Glamgore does, a ghost. So funny, I love her. I think, and so I'm gonna go with, like, kind of like the least scary all the way up to the most scary, I guess. Maybe we can save, like, the most scary one for, like, a full video in itself. But the next kind of situation that I did have was in the same room, and they were doing construction in the house, so my grandfather had already moved out by then, my parents were back together, and we were all sharing the master bedroom, and Johan was spending the night. At this point, he was slowly already moving in. 15, I know. My parents are very cool, not really cool. I mean, that wasn't cool, like, I wouldn't have my kids, I wouldn't, and Johan was 18 at the point. So, if I was them, I would be like, no, I'm so sorry. So, Johan is slowly moving in already, and, then, we were sleeping in the same room as everybody did. We were on the floor, and we were just talking, you know, and, no, seriously, like, we were seriously just talking, guys, okay? So get your little dirty minds out of the gutter. And all of a sudden, I feel something pull me by my foot. Like, they full on, Apollo, may I use you as an example? Say hi, yo. Okay. Like, I literally felt something, I'm not holding him hard. I literally felt something go, like, I don't want to do too fast with him, but it was like, enough where, like, half of my body went down. Johan literally started to freak out, and I'm like, okay, like, okay, like, okay, and I'm like, okay, I already know this place, you know, and we look up, no one's there to grab our foot or anything. Like, once my dad still works night shift, so I was like, oh, maybe Dad does playing a prank on us, but, like, we would have heard him, we're up, and, you know. And, so, we laid back down and, like, calmed down, and then all of a sudden, it does it to Johan. Johan was like, aha, yeah, we're finishing up your room tomorrow. And he did. He worked on my room all day. And, he, like, for construction-wise, like, he helped him out with the construction and stuff, and then finished that room, like, the next day. Never stayed in there again. And, but he just didn't know that my room was 10 times more haunted. He had another thing coming. Yeah, so those are the haunted stories in my parents' room. I guess I can do a whole separate video for haunted stories in my bedroom with my experiences, because I don't want anything to come over here. And honestly, sometimes I feel like something does come and go here, because every once in a while Apollo does freak out a little. I don't know, I don't want it to get any ideas like, oh, she's already experienced, it's okay. No, you can give that experience to someone else, please. Yeah, thank you. So today's video was a little bit short, but those are a couple of my ghost stories. And comment down below if you guys have any ghost stories of your own. And I'm very interested. I hope you guys enjoyed. Do definitely comment, like, and subscribe if you're not. And hello. We're gonna say goodbye, Payo. Say bye-bye. Like we always say, friends never say goodbye. They simply say, see you next time. And that's exactly what we are going to do. See you guys all in the next one. Bye!